What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah. I don't even know how to do an introduction to this, but fuck it. This
Yo,
this this seems kind of a little corny to do an introduction like this. A real, know what I mean, but this is a Knicks cat, man. One, you know what I mean, one of plenty. Got Cuzzo Chuck here today. Got Ms. Ike here. What's good, fellas?
yes, sir.
Was good.
What's good, Chuck? What's good, Mike? Man,
Yeah. Back in
first of
wizard
all,
form, man.
first of all, I want to start this. I want to start this off by saying, R.I.P. to Kimmy the Tumble, man. Like,
Yeah,
like
Pete Rose too, man. I just saw Pete Rose.
huh? Pete Rose passed too.
Yeah, bro. I just saw it like right before we went live.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. It's been a year.
Damn.
It's been a year, bro. Everybody going.
Damn,
I just
man.
heard about Matumbo a few hours ago.
And Pete Rose still didn't get into the Hall of Fame.
I don't know, but they should let him get in there now.
You know
At
what?
least they could
Baseball,
do.
man. Hold on. MLB, Bud Silly. Matter of fact, who's the commissioner of baseball right now?
Man, don't get me the line.
Oh no, man.
You don't know. We
Uh,
don't give a fuck. But still, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, man. Cut it out, man. You know what I mean? Reggie Bush got his Heisman back. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me ask y'all a question though before we jump into the next talk. Chuck, where do you rank Matumbo at as far as NBA centers, man? Where you rank him at, Chuck?
Dikembe Mutombo. Um,
No, 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 no.
Not in my house.
see when y'all say stuff, when y'all mention that catchphrase puts them in a different category than most centers.
Uh huh.
Only because um it was iconic, and for a anyone going into the paint trying to bang, if you banged on Mutombo, it was like it solidified you as one of the baddest men on the planet, at least from a jumper perspective, right? If I had to rank him, I'm gonna have to really sit down and think about it. But I would say he's top 20.
Top
I was
20,
thinking
okay.
that. I was thinking 22. I'm not gonna lie. Me and Chuck see eye to eye right there.
Yeah, top 20. I don't want to be the prisoner of the moment. Be like, yo, he's number 10. Like when we sit down and we really break it down, I do believe he's in the top 20 of centers all time. Uh, he brought a defensive tenacity, rebounding. He wasn't the greatest scorer, but having him in the middle, you had a chance. You had a chance to win. So R.I.P. to the big man.
R.I.P. to the big man, man. All right, so you and Mike got him in top 20. I can't. I'd be biased if I disagree with that. I mean, top 20. Like you said, Chuck, don't want to be prisoner of the moment, man. But let's get in. Let's get into why we all here, man. Knicks, man. Knicks news, Knicks Nation. Um, past couple of days, we already know what happened. We already know the big trade that happened. You know, when it happened, Chuck, I was a little upset. Maybe because as Knicks fans, I think we get too tied into players that overachieve, that we love them a lot,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I think that's why I was a little upset when it first happened. Like, damn, we got rid of Dante, but it's like,
yeah.
damn,
Now
we
my
all
my
gonna.
take on that, bro. I ain't gonna lie with the Dante DiVincenzo. Once we brought Mikal Bridges in, I knew he was history. I'm not even gonna lie because he's a taller, more dangerous type player. You know what I mean? He can shoot too, but Tay was exceptional at only shooting, in my opinion. Like he was a great defender, but he really wasn't a starter. He was a bench man that stepped up and made his name while Jalen Brunson was hurt in some situations. So I knew once we brought in Bridges, it was up for him, bro. And it was true. Randall, same thing. He's great when he's healthy. He's great. He might be the best player on the floor.
How you feel about that, Chuck?
Um, I agree. I agree from I agree with the whole thing. I was going to say from a different standpoint, but as Knicks fans, we do this a lot. We definitely do this a lot. We'll become prisoners of the moment because we've been used to not having subpar teams, and then having these unknown names come and produce for us, and we're like, yeah, we got to sign this guy. We got to keep this guy. I remember them saying that about Trey Burks.
Yeah,
I remember them saying
yeah.
that about Alonzo Trier.
Emmanuel
Um,
quickly, all of them, bro.
all those guys. They wanted us to trade Carmelo Anthony because Jeremy Lin had 5 good games. 5. Yo, when Melo comes back, Melo has to take the back seat. Come on, man.
They
Come,
don't even
come
play the same position. Why would you say that? Like,
like come
you know what I
on, Melo.
mean? Like, people was really being silly in that time, Chuck.
Right. And so I think a lot of us got caught up in the Villanova Knicks storyline, and really didn't see the writing on the wall. Um, you don't OG Ananobi had an issue with Toronto of not being used in the way that he feels like he should be used. Felt like he
Hmm.
needed the ball more. So you bring him here, you extend him, then you sign Mikal Bridges. Obviously, Julius Randle is the odd man out. I
Right.
I didn't want it to happen, but if OG and Anobi is going to become a bigger part of the offense, then that means somebody's getting less touches. It's not going to be Jalen Brunson.
Definitely not.
It's not.
Not the
It's not.
man that carried the team last year.
Absolutely not. And then that also, I think, went into the decision of moving these two pieces was that we saw what Jalen Brunson was. Like, I gave Julius Randle, I shot him some bail the 2 years that he was available for the playoffs and really didn't, get us over the hump. I said the first year, he was playing with, young RJ Barrett, who couldn't hit a broadside of the barn. Uh,
Yeah, he was pretty bad back then.
you brought in Derrick Rose and you listened to the fans. You played him over too many minutes. He got hurt. You can't go back to Elfrid Payton because you already alienate him. He's on the sideline on the bike. Then in the huddle, he on the exercise bike, right? So it's like, Julius Randle really didn't have anybody to kind of take the weight off of him. Then you get Jalen Brunson, uh, and it's like, okay, he's hurt. You know, uh, but we see what Jalen Brunson was able to do, and we're like, okay, next year. Next year comes, and he puts on one hell of a playoff performance. If it were not for injuries, guys, if it were not for injuries, I really think it would have been us against Boston, and we could have taken Boston to the distance. So moving Julius and Dante um, was the best decision. Well, no, I'm not going to say it was the best decision. I'm not going to say it was the best decision. Uh, right now, only because you could have gave it a year to see what this team would have done together. You didn't have to necessarily make the move, but the way Tom Thibodeau likes to play, Karl Anthony Towns was the right move. It was the only move.
Chuck,
Yeah, on paper, yes,
Mhm.
definitely.
but y'all still there as like as you can see on the screen it says it's Cat the answer we leave. That's what I want to know. Is
I
Cat
can't
the
say that
answer?
definitively. I say we needed a big man for sure. We needed a solid big man. Like we didn't have that in Mitch Robinson. Like he was another injury prone guy, like the center version of a Julius Randle, who's great when he's healthy, but he's most likely going to be on IR at some point in the season. So what do you get from that? You get a whole lot of missed promises to your fans. And from ownership standpoint, they're probably like, all right, we love Julius, we love Tay, but we got a real shot at something when we could bring in Mikal Bridges. That's a 30-point a night guy, and he's more durable than the Julius Randle, younger than Julius Randle, I think too. So is that kind of like he was wasting his time with the Brooklyn Nets too? No shade to the Brooklyn Nets, but Mikal Bridges got a real shot at winning with the Knicks with the makeup that we already got, where he could fill them shoes more long term than a Julius Randle. And I love Julius Randle, but you got to call a spade a spade. You was hurt more than you was on the court. You know what I mean? But when you were on the court, you were great. So I ain't gonna take your credit away in that way. Like you produced when you could, but the Knicks need more than that. If we're gonna be real contenders, we're gonna need real contenders, people that can go the distance.
Okay, but I'm gonna take it another direction because I believe that for me now, taking some time and sitting back and really dissecting this pulls. Cat can stretch the floor, right, Chuck?
Sure.
He can stretch the floor. He's a big man. He can bring the ball up the court if so be. I mean, he do pass the ball. He do play defense. So my thing is with this whole move right here is I do see some potential of, like this being, we had to make this move, man. Like it was no other move to make, man. We had to,
it wasn't.
Come on, you can't tell me that we not gonna get a type of player. Cat is better than Randall and Dante. Let's just be real.
Yeah, and remember we still got Josh Hart. We got him to get rebounds. He out there banging with the best of them.
That's why they kept Josh Hart. Josh Hart does all of the things that leads to winning. You can't there's no way you're trading the guy that is under 6'8" that gets you 15 rebounds in the playoff.
Come on, Chuck.
Who?
Talk about it.
You need to put him on the 2. You need to put him on the 3. Heck, you can even slide him down to some 4s. At least he's going to compete with that guy. So Josh, with the starting lineup or potential starting lineup, having Josh Hart in that starting lineup,
that's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
That's dangerous right there.
Because you don't box out, the New York Knicks is leading the league in offensive rebounds again.
That's facts.
So what about our bench though, Cuzzo?
You can't have everything, man. You can't have like all of the teams that have a top 10 player or multiple top 20 players. The bench is rarely as deep because there's not enough money to go around. We got Dante DiVincenzo on the humble. With the way he played last year, if he was a free agent this summer, he would have got the bag.
I think people not paying attention to the fact that the Timberwolves are more dangerous with him there and Julius Randle. They just became. I think this is really going to shape their team in a different way. They can lose Cat because they got other shooters, and they already got Gobert to get rebounds. They don't need another rebounder. That's why they can expend Cat and get 2 players that can shoot. And also Julius Randle, when he's healthy, is a walking double-double.
Yes. So you got 2 guys for the price of 1. It literally, it took 3 salaries to get to Cat's 1 salary. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a guy eating up your cap like that, you're not going to have the money to go find you another Dante DiVincenzo for $11 million a year because you don't have it to spend. I think with the amount of guys that we have, you're going to see a lot of staggered lineups.
You think so?
Yeah. Mikal Bridges played 72 games, 80 games, whatever. We're going to find out this year. Tibbs about to play him 40 minutes a game.
Oh man, 49 minutes a game.
Yeah. As long as he can keep two of the guys, two of your starters on the floor with the Deuce McBride. Sorry to some of the fans. Unless something really goes wrong, you're not going to see Tyler Kolek. It's not. It's not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Nah, people that don't play defense, man, Tibbs,
Yeah.
and then he's not extraordinary offensively. Like, oh no, just because his defense is trash, like we got to put this bucket on the floor. He's not that. Tibbs is going to bring him along slow, so it's really going to be Campaign, Deuce McBride, and Precious Achua. That doesn't sound good at all.
Hell
No.
no, that don't sound good.
When we had them on the floor last year, y'all seen how that went. It didn't go good.
Did not. So OG is going to get some usage with that second unit. Probably McCall get some minutes with that second unit. Even Cat, they may have Cat playing some minutes with the second unit. Damn, like, would y'all have been comfortable going into the season with Jericho Sims as the starting center?
No.
Precious Achua as the starting center?
We saw how that looked. Last year it didn't look good, man. Like, we got bullied. Jokic came in, bullied them dudes, all kind of other big men. It just didn't work.
Okay, so
Even-
hold on.
Even
That
Zay,
brings
I like Zay Hartenstein.
Yeah.
yeah, but Hartenstein ain't here no more.
Yeah, I know.
That brings me to my next thing, Mike. Chuck. Breakout play for the Knicks this season. Who we got? Give me one. Who's going to be that Deuce McBride of last year for this year? Jericho Sims.
All right, no. I'm really thinking about that, and Jericho Sims was not the name I was thinking of. But okay.
Jericho Sims, baby. Chuck, he ain't got no choice, Chuck, but to step up, Chuck.
True. I mean, that's what we want. We want. Listen, Tibbs give guys in Tibbs system. Let me say this: guys in Tibbs system, rookies. He brings them along slow, and then they hit their stride. I'm hoping Jericho Sims has a breakout season. And what I mean by breakout season, 10 and 10. 10 points, 10 rebounds. Like, that's a breakout season for Jericho Sims. I've seen a couple of his little, workout clips. But I want to see that on the floor, because we used to see the same thing every summer from Mitchell Robinson. And we didn't see any of that.
Yo, that just gave me chills, man. You absolutely right, man. Them workouts don't mean that they're gonna go out there on the floor in the NBA games and do that. It's different. You go out there, can't hit water from a boat.
Mitch won't even attempt to hit water from like Mitch will show you all of these clips of him shooting jump shots, and when he get in the game and they pass him the ball, he's trying to get rid of that ball immediately. Like, somebody please come get it. The 2 times that he decided to do something with the ball, he crossed on up, went to the lane, and then he put it down on the floor, lower his shoulder, and got an and one bucket. So I'm like, okay, can you do a little bit more of this? Unfortunately, you can't, because if you're not injured, right, Mitch thing is he's injured, then he has to get back from injury, then he has to get into game shape, and then once you start seeing solid games from Mitchell Robinson, he gets hurt again. You're like, yo, what the? But this latest injury, I want to say this, and then I'm gonna pass the mic. I want to say this. Mitchell Robinson, his last injury wasn't like Mitchell Robinson did it to himself. That punk ass Joel Embiid pulled my man down by his ankle, and then the next thing you know, Mitchell Robinson is out for the season. God, yo, this is when you need a Jared Jeffries. You're not playing. Go punch him in the face right now. Not a hard foul. You go punch him in his face right now. The eye that's not blinking, you go punch him right in that eye.
Ah, damn, Chuck.
Said give him the raccoon.
Yeah.
Ah,
Straight
damn,
up.
Chuck. Damn,
Because there's no
man.
way. Like, yo, you can play it back. You can watch it. You roll the guy's ankle. You pull him down and roll his ankle. And
I ain't
now
gonna lie, and be really a crybaby, yo.
yes.
Big crybaby.
Yes.
You cried and they gave you MVP. I said that out loud.
I mean, it's the truth, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the truth, though. I mean, at the same time, Anthony Towns did put him in a headlock. I mean, so if Carl Anthony Towns soft, we say he's soft, and he put Embiid in the headlock. What the hell that makes him be?
Oh man, that make him putty.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Chuck. Like, I mean, like,
It's crazy too. You know, Cat from Jersey, so
yeah, Mike. I'm just trying to see, man. Like, where's our toughness at gonna come from, man? Like, we traded Morris. I mean, we waived Morris.
but but that was due to the rules of the trade. That was
Oh
only
yeah.
yeah. They're probably gonna re-sign him. You know, once the trade actually goes through, like the CBA is some real sticky stuff. Like
Explain that to us, Chuck. For somebody that don't understand, CBA rules and whatever. Like, cause I really don't. But explain that to me.
so they only could have but so much money allocated on the roster.
Uh-huh.
The New York Knicks sent out. Okay, Cat is making 49, right? Julius' contract was 28. Dante DiVincenzo's was 11. So they had to make up that bread, right? Because getting Carl Anthony Towns will put us closer to the second apron, and you can't go over the second apron. So when you're a
Okay.
second apron team, it limits the kind of money that you can move around and the accessibility you have. Because like right now, deal goes through, the Knicks only have like $3.5 million in
Okay.
roster spots. Once those are filled, like there are no more moves to be made because they can't. They have the only people that they can make trades with are teams that are in the second apron. If I got that correctly. So Morris, those guys just had to be moved like to make the money work, right? To get the trade done. That's why a third team had to be added because the Knicks can't take back more money. The Timberwolves can't take back more money than they sent out. So this is why you have who went to Charlotte again? Charlie Brown. Who else? Let me see real quick.
Somebody with the Charlotte.
Yeah. I should have had that up. Went to Charlotte. Daquan Jeffries, future draft compensation.
Uh-huh.
All right, let me see. Pull up the. Okay. Okay. So the Timberwolves get, of course, Juju, the Big Ragu, and the Pistons top 13 protected pick. The Knicks will send Daquan Jeffries and future draft compensation to Charlotte. Boom, 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 boom.
Looking. God damn. So you mean to tell me all we got at this trade was Carl Anthony Towns?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's technically a star. Even though Julius is technically a star too. You know what I mean?
All because Minnesota
Tay
didn't want to
wasn't.
pay the all because Minnesota didn't want to pay the luxury tax? That's why they got rid of him, because they didn't want to pay the luxury tax. They was going to be over the luxury tax.
Mm-hmm. They gonna have to pay
But
him.
then it gives them roster flexibility, right? Julius Randle Julius Randle is not making Carl Anthony Towns money, so you'll be able to trade him at the trade deadline if you feel like it's not working, right? And you got a draft pick that you can use also in a trade. Um, you add bench depth, right? With you got Dante DiVincenzo, Nas Reed, and oh man, what's the other guy name coming off the bench? Uh,
The one that folded in the playoff last year.
uh, come on, guys, y'all
Hold on,
NBA
Chuck.
guys, y'all know who I'm talking about.
Hold on, Chuck.
Coming off the bench. You
Yeah,
said Nas Reed.
yes,
Um,
Jaden
Nikhili
McDaniels.
Alexander Walker.
right. That's with the hyphenated last name, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
SGA's cousin. Like
Mm-hmm.
so, with that starting five and those three guys coming off the bench, you got a mean top eight. You know, and you don't have to pay as much in the luxury tax. You get essentially the same type of guy, a little bit shorter, probably more aggressive going to the basket and imposing his will. But you get a 20 and 10 guy in a contract year um, for the low. Like Julius Randle for the numbers that he puts up, he should be getting paid way more money. Think about this. Julius Randle and Isaiah Hartenstein are making the same amount of money. Matter of fact,
That's wild.
Hart is making, I think, $1 million and some change more.
Hey, Hartenstein stepped up in the playoff, boy. Randall haven't yet.
Yeah, but you just paid $30 million to a guy that's not a 20 and 10 guy.
Um, nah, Chuck. I see where you're going with that, Chuck. But sometimes it's more than just numbers, Chuck. I mean, it's more than just numbers. Like what Hartenstein did for the Knicks last year. Like you can't. It was more than just numbers, Chuck. That shit was heart and grit, Chuck. Like even the rebound he got beating them boys for Dante to hit the big three. That was just heart, Chuck. Like, yeah, I mean, like some shit, just money you can't put a price on, Chuck. And Hart is one of them. You know what I mean? And Hartenstein got that, Chuck. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they can put a price on it. It was $17.5 million. That's what his market was. OKC said Now we can't give him that because anything less than life-changing money, we don't get this guy. Period. Because if all they offered him was 20, he wouldn't have left New York. And the conversation that we're having about this current iteration of the Knicks, we wouldn't be having.
Hold on. So you think it's Hartenstein? Say Hartenstein stayed on the Knicks, right? You still do you think that they still go after Karl Anthony Towns?
No.
I think they do, Chuck.
No.
I
Not
think they
this
do,
season.
Chuck.
Not this season.
Chuck, I only say that because it looked like Minnesota was ready to give him up. Like you don't give up a play that just that easy and that quick, Chuck.
No, you don't. But when I brought up Julius' contract, it was like, and compared to Hartenstein's contract was, look at Julius' production. He's giving you Karl Anthony Towns type production for half the price. Right? I got two valuable players for the price of one. I just filled two spots. I got a deadly guy, a deadly shooter coming off my bench. And I have a starting caliber power forward that can do similar things to Karl Anthony Towns, just not as tall. Now, is Cat a better player? Sure, we can say that. But is the drop off that great?
I don't think we should have gave up Tay, man. I think we should have kept Tay. You let Julius go, but keep Tay.
They that's what they wanted to do, and the trade kind of was stalling out from what I hear. With the different iterations they were trying to put together to get it done, the Knicks wanted to keep Dante DiVincenzo. The scuttlebug was that he wasn't going to cause any waves, but he was not feeling coming off the bench. Like he felt like he did enough to be the starter. But all due respect, Dante, in your heart of hearts, you knew once they traded for Mikal Bridges, like your role was going to be a bench role.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, because you're not trading, you're not giving away 5 first-round picks for this guy to come off the bench.
Yeah, Mikal Bridges is like 6'7", and he a dog.
Like,
definitely filling them shoes.
Hold on, man. You know these numbers. You know I don't like to look at numbers, but this nigga Karl Anthony Towns is leading Julius Randle in every fucking stat there is.
right.
Like we talk about points, rebounds. What
Yeah.
Julius got? I mean,
On a
steals,
good night, Cat is a 20
blocks,
and 20 guy, man. 30 and 20.
rebounds, steals.
So
You know what I
I
mean?
think we do solve, the problem with having a big man. But the thing is, I think Cat falls in love with that outside.
I mean, but Mike, if you shooting, I mean his career percentage. If you shoot
Yeah, I
like he
mean,
is,
we talking about. I mean, he did win the 3-point contest. You know what I mean? Like we know he could shoot. You know
let
what
me
I'm
tell you
saying?
something.
And we do have Josh Hart to fill
Right.
that role as a rebounder, so he
Yeah.
can sit outside, so to speak. You know what I mean? We got guys that can do that.
I mean, not to take nothing for Randall, but you know what I mean, when Randall shoot threes, we like 50-50. When Cat shoot a fucking three, that shit going in, dog. Like that's just what he do. You know what I mean, like it is what it is. Overall, I think he's a better basketball player. I mean,
He is. He is a better
and I
basketball player.
and I think he'll be a better fit, better teammate for these guys that this current roster what we got right now, man. I feel like Cat will come right in and fit right in with these boys. You know what I
He's
mean?
a cool dude too. Like he's not like a jerk. You know, a lot of these young dudes, they get a little money, they turn into douchebags.
Nah, I mean, he gonna be down there in Washington Heights. You know what I mean? He gonna be
Yeah,
down there
he
over there.
Dominican. Yeah, he gonna be out there with his folks.
He gonna,
Mongo.
the Dominican presence is gonna be crazy in the garden. You know what I mean?
Mongo. Fried
Word, but
salami and fried cheese.
Word, you already know, boy. I mean, with the grilled red onions. You dig what I'm saying?
The pickle joints.
You know what I mean?
Uh
Like,
huh.
but but Chuck, man, I got a good feeling about this, Chuck. I do, Chuck. Like we said, man. Like, I think Randall wouldn't have been comfortable with this new role that he possibly had to be in. Like it's crazy that, like you said, like you told me before, Chuck. You said, "Damn, the Knicks did Randall dirty." Like, you
Yeah.
mean tell me they came in, they gave Randall fucking the captain one season in, two seasons in. Like, head Randall is, he done been all NBA. You know, that I mean, like, they made the All Star, they
I'm
brought
about
the
to
Knicks
say he
back to
finally
glory.
made All-Star.
Yeah, man, but that says a lot about somebody's character, though. I'm just being real, though.
No, not necessarily. Randall has never been a Nick guy. Like the majority of the fan base hated this nigga since he walked through the door. It was just like, nah. Why? Because he wasn't our first choice. We wanted KD, Kyrie, and he wasn't that. And so everything that he did was scrutinized to the 10th degree. Yo, he's not a number one. Well, no, he wasn't a number one on the team that he came from.
I mean,
But
but
he's the
Chuck,
best. He was the best player that we had at the time.
was that Knicks fan saying that, Chuck, or the analyst?
Both.
Nah, that was Nick fans. Every time we look, yo, Julius Randle is a ball stopper. Julius Randle don't play defense, and I'm like, yo, nobody else on the team can score a bucket.
But
You have Elfrid Payton, who couldn't hit, who couldn't hit a shot if his life depended on it. A jump shot.
Yo, he
You
was
got
so bad.
he was yo, he was awful. And
He was
teams,
so bad, yo.
Atlanta made sure that they zoned up and made sure the ball got right back to Elfrid Payton, and he was wide open. Clank, clank, yo, he was hitting it off the backboard. I was like, geez Louise.
You
Then
remember that cartoon, the Snorks? That's what his hair reminded me of.
yes,
Yo,
yo, when he had the when
he
he had
had the wick, the long wick in the front.
y'all
Boy, it
hated
looked
that.
like a
I hated
snork.
that.
Yeah, I
I was
hated
like,
it too. I felt like that was messing up his vision. He wasn't seeing the basket right. See, he cut that shit eventually.
was he, was he a solid, like outside of the shooting, was he a solid point guard? Absolutely. But
Yeah, he had like the playmaking ability, but his shot, he just wasn't a shooter.
he wasn't a shooter. And the shooters that we had couldn't get away from defenders. Reggie Bullock, Trey
Another
Young
snork.
is guarding you, my guy. Go
Another
to
snork.
work.
I mean, like that's because Reggie Bullock had the same hair that Alfred Payton had.
It's something about that hair, man. You ain't seeing that basket, brother.
But hold on, man. I want to say this, man. Hey, man. Hey, shouts out to Scott Perry, man, because Scott Perry, you know what I mean? Like, you drafted R.J. Barrett, man, and this new organization that we got with Leon Rose, it makes me wonder, like, would Leon Rose have drafted R.J. Barrett?
No.
I don't think so.
I rest my case. All right.
No.
So this brings me to my next slide. Let Leon cook. You Knicks fans out there, and I became victim of that. From this weekend, what happened? I had to go back and look at Leon track record, and I'm gonna let Leon cook, man. Leon, do your thing, man. Like, I'm gonna be a fan and stay out of GM business and stay out of grown folks' business when they come to make moves and shit like that.
Yeah, man. You know what? I like the trade. I'm not gonna lie. At first, like y'all had first mentioned, you kind of get in bed with the thought of the people that's on the team already.
Right.
Like, all right, yeah, I like them guys because they already here. But is that always the best solution? is that what gets you into the playoffs and gets you to be, you know, in the Eastern Conference Finals where you really contending for a championship. So I feel like that move puts us in a better seat as far as longevity on the season where, you know, you got a young Karl Anthony Towns that's a great shooter and a great rebounder. You you gave up a lot, but you kind of didn't because Julius is injury prone. You know what I mean? That's kind of like his signature thing. No, he's a great player when healthy, but he just injury prone. And you still have the void of a solid big man where you all right, you cut ties with Julius. I feel like they should have kept Tay, but Tay is gone. But you already brought in Mikal Bridges, and now you got Karl Anthony Towns. So you know you still got Jalen, still got Josh Hart. So we do have a solid lineup, solid five. I feel like with Cat at the five, and I'm really excited to see what that look like. I ain't gonna front.
I am too. I am too. I am too. You know, just like the hold on, just like the move with OG and Ananobi. Chuck, I think me and you can agree that when the Knicks made that move, I was kind of concerned, Chuck, just because you know what you was telling me, Chuck, about the position that he played and
Mm-hmm.
the injuries that come from that position that he played. You know,
Right.
you broke it down for me when you say, you know, look at Kawhi Leonard. You know what I mean? Like the same, style of player that they don't last long. Like they body break down. You know what I mean? And I had some concerns when we made that move, Chuck. But damn, 16 games and after you got traded, I'm like, okay, Leon, okay, you made the right decision. R.J. Barrett, the man, you quickly have to get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Uh,
They sent RJ back to his country. He got deported.
That's where he should have been from the beginning. Like, should have never been a New York Knicks. Uh,
Yo.
he shouldn't
Chuck,
have
you
been.
say he should never been a
No,
Nick, Chuck.
no, no. I mean,
Who would you have taken over him?
I would have taken Cam Reddish if that was if we were going Duke. I would have taken Cam Reddish over R.J.
Absolutely.
Barrett every day of the week, and he would have definitely gotten the green light because who else are you going to get the ball to? R.J. Barrett
Yeah.
showed you the first year, like, okay, his offensive skill set is limited, and he already occupies a space. Well, he occupies a space that is already filled by your power forward.
Right.
He likes to play bully ball in the mid range because he really doesn't have a step back jumper or anything. He doesn't have a whole lot in his toolbox, right? And he looked slow to me. Uh, so it was a no go for me. I was like, if you're going to swing for the fences on anybody, you take Cam Reddish because he's 6'8". He moves like a guard. He's silky smooth. Um, he just needs development.
Right. Cam
That's
Reddish
it.
is the better option. RJ was really like out of his element, kind of unseasoned. And like you said, he just needed polish. And it took him a long time to try to get a little polish. He looked decent with Toronto last year, but Cam Reddish was definitely the better option. And really what happened, in my opinion, when Zion went to Duke with Cam and RJ, it
Mm-hmm.
was like the Zion and Friends package. We put so much eyes on them three that we wasn't paying attention to the real talent, um, in my opinion. So, you know, them guys became heavily regarded. So RJ did go above Cam in certain ways in the eyes of the Knicks, which I thought was a terrible pick. I think we should have went after Cam Reddish. If we had a better pick, it would have been him. We saw what Cam did already. I liked him better when they were at Duke.
If y'all can see the screen right
did.
here,
I did too. I thought he out of that three, I thought he was the most NBA ready. I was like, he has a jump shot. He can put the ball on the floor.
Is this the
He's
comment section?
he's long and athletic.
Oh no, this is a record. Round one.
Um, I thought Zion was raw. He still needed to bring his offensive game along because I didn't think it was going to translate to the NBA, especially his jump shooting, how long it took him to gather his shot, and it was like, okay, RJ Barrett just don't have it at all. So when
Yeah.
we were getting ready to, when there were rumors of OG Anunoby, RJ Barrett trade, I thought in my mind, I was like, yo, aren't they kind of the same player?
Yeah,
And
they kind of are, man.
they kind of are, but they really
Hold
hold
on.
on.
Repeat that.
Let me.
Repeat that. Repeat. Hold on. All right. Go ahead, cuz. Go ahead. What you said?
They kind of the same, but they really ain't. RJ Barrett is a Pontiac Fiero. Like it
Absolutely.
looked like a Ferrari 355, but it really is not. And that's what OG Anunoby is, because we saw it the first game he played with the Knicks. We was like, oh, this is different. Second
Yeah.
game, oh, whoa, this is really different. Oh no, we smacking the top competition. Oh, this guy's way better than RJ Barrett. Like, it's not even close. I think RJ Barrett is going to be a good NBA player. I think he's going to be a good NBA player. But RJ Barrett not making no All-Stars, bro.
Nah, he definitely not. I used to get upset when he would run. I guess Tibbs would run the offense with him at point in the backup squad, and it's like, this man can't even bring the ball up without turning the ball over. I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, how are you an NBA professional ball player that can't bring the ball up the court, and then your
I'm just,
shot is broke half the time?
I'm just glad Chuck cleared that up for me real quick. What he was I'm about to say, boy, because OG plays defense, boy. RJ Barrett, if his offensive game not going, he might as well. He's tapped out the game, boy. It seems like OG get off when he play defense, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know how
We
some
won
players
we
like,
won some
yeah.
clutch games last season because of OG.
Yes.
OG done put the team on his back and really got it done in a lot of situations, bro. So we never saw that from RJ. We never had it like, oh yeah, RJ gonna close it out.
Yeah.
I don't I don't think anybody in the league respected him. I know Anthony Edwards did not respect RJ Barrett at all.
Fuck no, he stay talking shit to that nigga.
Like when I say RJ Barrett didn't have a chance, he talked crazy to RJ. But I was like, all right, well, all right, enough of RJ Barrett, because he ain't
We've
on the
been
team.
talking about him for a long second now.
Yeah, he ain't
That's
on the
real
team.
Knicks talk.
I'm glad he's not on the team. There were actually Knicks fans that used to be in the chat or in Discord, like really caping for RJ, yo. We need to trade Julius Randle so we can build around RJ Barrett. That's all we
No.
need to work. I
No, they
was
didn't.
like,
No, they
what?
did not.
Yes.
I know they ain't drank the Kool-Aid on that.
Yes. And one of
That's tough.
them he's a good friend of mine, fellow podcaster. He's a young kid though. He's a young kid.
Okay.
Like he might
Okay.
be,
He unseasoned.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
RJ Barrett is his favorite player. And I was like, he's your favorite Knick of all time?
Wow.
Ugh. Like,
That's
when did you
crazy.
become a Knicks fan? And then when he said, he started watching the Knicks during the Jeremy Lin era, I was like, oh, no.
That's why.
No. Yeah,
So
man. No.
so not even Carmelo, RJ Barrett, like, that's wild.
RJ Barrett. I said RJ Barrett is a slightly better version of Clay Anthony
Yeah.
Earl.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm not
This
even
why I show
putting
your boy right here. In the words of
I'm not
Fred
even putting
Stanford,
RJ over JR. No play on word.
dummy.
JR over RJ all day.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
man, say that, Chuck.
was a real conversation, and I was just like, y'all wilding. But back to Randall. Randall has been disrespected.
You big
Like,
dummy.
for a guy to come
I'm
And
reading the caption.
we haven't had an all-star in like our own homegrown like guy became an all-star with us in years. Get you to the playoffs. The next season, you bring in a guy they don't even his knees are so blown out. Pause. Like y'all talking about y'all bringing the hometown kid back to New York, and y'all have him introduce the new city jerseys, and Randall's bit get the get some. That was
OG.
yes, was filthy.
Yes.
RJ would have missed that.
Hey,
Hey,
like,
Chuck.
yeah.
Hey, Chuck. I showed you that, Chuck. To say this, RJ Barrett ain't doing shit like that.
No, I remember at the press conference, RJ Barrett was like, "So what is the first thing you're gonna do as a Knick? I'm gonna dunk on Porzingis." I was like, "What?"
What he said? What?
He was gonna dunk on KP.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, "That's odd."
Yeah, that nigga.
You a Knick
That's
fan like
best.
that? You that upset with KP that the very first thing you're gonna do when you get in the league is dunk on KP? Oh, okay. This guy's fugazi. Get him out of here. I don't believe him. He needs more people. Like,
it's something about Canadians, man. I don't know.
yeah, they not yeah. They're not like us, man. They're not like us.
Clearly. Kendrick was on to something.
Freaky ass niggas.
Kendrick was on to that.
Freaky ass niggas.
Yo, you know who else is Canadian too? Dylan Brooks. Another one, man. He done made a living off being a villain.
Yeah. Hey Chuck and Mike. You know what I mean? Since Dante is gone, man, like our Dante gave us one of the greatest sound bites besides the Larry Johnson 4-point play in NBA history. You know what I mean? And it's only right, man, because where was you? How was you feeling this night when you heard this, Chuck? When you heard this, Mike? Where was you? How was you feeling when you heard this, Mike? Because I turned the game off. I was tight.
Brunson double team, splits the defense. Lowry takes it away, picked up by DiVincenzo. 8 on the 24. DiVincenzo corner to Brunson.
Where this play rank at?
It's good. Took the bounce and went in. 2-point game. Ball knocked loose. And Maxey gets knocked down. Hart takes it away. Out top to DiVincenzo. His shot. Won't go.
Go that rebound, Chuck.
Hartenstein gets it out to Anunoby. DiVincenzo a
throw. Cash. Bang.
With 13
that's the shot right there. That is the shot for him.
Yeah.
Yo,
that was one of the shots heard around the world.
Yeah.
You know, I knew Tay was a dog then, and that's why it hurt to see him go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. That play alone right there gonna make me like, damn, man. Just damn, man.
Bro, last year I was betting over 4.5 for him every game, and it was hitting every time, bro.
I know. I mean, but Mike, who else was going to shoot but him or Brunson? That's all we had.
Exactly. And Brunson can shoot, but he's not a shooter.
That's what I'm saying. But don't be a prisoner of the noun, though. You know what I mean? Let's see him do that for a whole season on Minnesota.
Well, we got to see. They got Ant-Man. He's only going to have to shoot.
He's not going to get – he was playing big minutes for us. So the opportunities were there for him to take those shots. He's going to be getting maybe 20 minutes. Because if you traded for the guy, you know what he's got. He's got to be the first guy coming off the bench. If you ask me. So a guy like that is getting what, maybe like 18, 20 minutes a game.
Uh-huh.
Numbers, the numbers may not be the same. That's all I'm saying. They may not be the same. 20 minutes,
especially if he's coming off the bench in true form.
Right.
I agree. I agree. So we all agree on that. That his numbers may not be the same.
It
We
may
all
dip
agree on
because
that.
it's very true what Chuck is saying that his role was a lot larger for the Knicks than what he's going to be playing for the Timberwolves.
I agree, Mike. I agree. Um, one more question before we get up out of here, man. I know we only said an hour. One more question before we get out of here. Do y'all agree that Tom Thibodeau may have to, you know, may have to change his way of coaching? Like, like what can Tibbs do to improve his coaching for us to get over that hump, man?
Better rotation schemes. I think you got to trust your bench sometimes. You don't have to run your whole bench at the same time. You run variations. You leave some of the squad one out there and let them get dirty. But you can't burn the team out. There's no longevity in that. Yeah, you got your stars, but they need rest too. Like you gotta put some kind of trust and make regularity with that second unit when they're out there and they can feel comfortable instead of coming out and then they're totally oblivious to everything because they don't get no burn. So you gotta have that rotation.
I can't disagree with that, Chuck.
I agree. I agree with that. I I definitely agree with that. You're going to have to be creative with your lineups, just because now you're not as deep as you once were. Uh, I think that's basically it. Because if we're
That's
going
it.
to really, yeah, if we're going to really critique Tibbs, then you got to look at the lineups that Tibbs was working with a lot of the year into the playoffs. We were never 100% as a whole for a long period of time. You know what I mean? Like we were always missing a guy or a couple of guys. So Tibbs definitely did the best with what he had, but with the guys that we have now, um, Tibbs has more than enough to get us over the hump. You
Okay.
have you have that Carl Anthony Towns. All the fans, well, not all of them, but a majority of them was like, "Yo, we need a stretch five. We need a stretch five. We got him." Jalen Brunson have his lanes. We got a big guy that can shoot. We have one of the best rebounders in the league on the floor, and we have the X factors: OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. I
Hmm.
think Tibbs just has to put everybody in the right position, and we'll be good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we agree on
Cohesiveness.
that.
Let them get
Cohesiveness. All
used to
right.
each other.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all for taking some time
Hold,
out, though, man. Oh, go ahead,
one,
Chuck. Yeah,
one thing. One thing. Uh, so Jaleel Okafor is signing with the Indiana Pacers. Where did they find? What bar did they find him in?
He said, "What Okafor?
Jaleel Okafor.
This is number one pick from back in the day."
Yes, he was a part of the process.
I remember him.
He was
Yeah,
part of.
that. Why the fuck they signed him for?
I don't know, but I when I saw that, I was like, "Yo, why? Where was he? And are they like? Is something going on in Indy? I hope the New York Knicks don't pull a move like that. And like, yeah, we got to have some inclusion on the team. Representing Pride Month, we're bringing in Dwight Howard.
Ah,
Oh
damn, Chuck.
wow.
Ah, damn, Chuck. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hey, you think he was at the Diddy parties?
Yo, y'all gotta
Absolutely,
chill, yo.
absolutely. Take that
What's up?
money, make that money.
Yeah, yeah.
Big lanky ass, Harlem shaking.
Yo.
Yo, not the Harlem Shake
Oh
Yes,
my God. My
at the
son
Diddy
was in
party.
there. Slap ass.
I'm not on your team.
I'm not on your team. Slap ass. Yo, with that, I'm gonna leave with this. Don't forget the oil.
Wow. He said lots of it.
Nah, man. Yo, man. We gotta do this on the regular though, man. I know it'd be not everybody be busy with their stuff, man. But if we can do these, man, at least like twice a week, Chuck. You know what I mean? Just let me know, man. I'm all for it, man. Especially when the season starts, Chuck. Especially when the season starts.
Yeah.
Word, man. I gotta get me a backdrop like you did, though, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Mike, cut it out. Cut it out with that Met shit, man.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, Atlanta. We in the playoffs.
What's wrong with the Mets?
Nah, I'm a Braves fan, man.
Oh, boo.
Boo.
Boo to you.
Yo, man.
Frankie Lindor came back wilding.
Way back wilding, man. But
yes,
man,
sir.
Cut it out, man. Catch these Monday night games, man. I know y'all do some bets. I'm about to see what my bets doing like, man.
Man, yes, I don't even want to look at those tickets.
You said what, Chuck?
I don't want to look at no more red tickets. Oh.
Hey, yeah, Chuck.
No more red tickets.
Yo, my man. Yo, what was it? Rashid? What is it? Rashid Rice?
Rashid Rice. From the
Chiefs.
He got hurt.
Killed my whole ticket.
Oh, you bet on that game?
Yeah.
Oh, and he got hurt. That's tough. That's tough, brother.
That boy became fried rice.
He said he got injured, but he injured my ticket.
Nigga said, yo, what the nigga said, the water boy will wake her ass up.
We got a ball game.
We got a game to play. We got a game to play, bitch.
Bitch, I got a ticket to hit. Nigga, what you mean? Get your ass back in the game, nigga.
I was like, God. Hey, man, I hope that brother recovers fully.
Thanks.
Hey, man, I shouldn't have been betting on the game, but I did.
All good. I'm pretty sure a lot of people bet on him and felt the same pain because he's a dog when he's healthy.
Not the betties. They was like, oh yeah, got him again this week.
Yo, I started thinking. I was like, yo, this is fixed because it ain't no way. There's no way this guy just gets magically hurt after I put together one of the best tickets I ever put in my life, and you're the only one. You're the only one that didn't cash out. I was like, God.
Not gonna lie, Washington Commanders really shocking me right now. I really like Jaden Daniels coming out of the draft. People was all paying attention to Caleb Williams. I was paying attention to Jaden Daniels the whole time because he was special at LSU. Him and Malik Neighbors, they were both there at the same time.
Yep.
And he's doing magic for the Washington Commanders right now.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about my Eagles. That's for another story. This is Nick's chat.
What happened to you?
Nothing. Hey, Chuck, what's up with your Jets?
Yo, man, fuck them Jets.
Damn. A-Rod look decent, man. He just a little long in the tooth.
Yo, man, I can't with this organization, bro. Stop running after these old washed up Green Bay quarterbacks. We did this.
Brett Favre in it?
Yes. No, we did this before. Get a guy.
I know, we've seen this.
He won championships for his team. He won a championship with his team, but he's at the end of his career. Like, come on, man. We saw Tom Brady after 40. What happens? Come on, man. You could have drafted a young quarterback. You don't. The New York Jets are the New York Knicks of old in football.
No.
They don't know how to draft. They damn sure don't know how to get a quarterback. As long as we needed a point guard, we didn't.
Hey, what you just drank like that, bro?
Huh?
This man just necked something when you said that.
Yeah, that shit. You know, Mike. As a Knicks fan, I've been through some shit in my lifetime. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Jordan Hill.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Are we serious?
The
Landry
Jets really
Fields,
have ran through some bad quarterbacks. I'm not gonna lie.
the Jets.
It's
There has
crazy.
never
Mark
been.
Sanchez.
Come on.
I mean, but Sam
But
Darnold
trouble.
balling right now.
Yeah, not on the Jets.
Geno Smith is balling right now.
Not on the Jets.
Yeah, that's because
Yeah,
but think about it. What kind of supporting cast did they have when them guys was with the Jets?
None.
They didn't have like Geno didn't have what he had with the Seahawks. The Seahawks have a real team, a real supporting cast. Jets really only focus on defense and then get whoever for everything else.
Right. And it doesn't pan out. Come on.
Yeah, it's good to have a nice defense, but you got to be able to put points on the board.
Facts.
That's it. Facts.
And all you did was get a younger version of Rex Ryan and Robert Saleh. Like, you kept getting the same type of coaches that don't know what to do with quarterbacks. Then you draft quarterbacks that shouldn't be drafted. Name a USC quarterback that became something in the NFL. And don't say Carson Palmer because he's bum. He didn't win anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, case in point, look at Daniel Jones. He came from Duke. Duke is not known for football.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it at that.
That was, we're going to get an Eli Manning clone. This guy is Eli Manning probably wasn't the best quarterback.
Yeah, but Ole Miss was more contenders in the SEC than Duke would ever be in football.
Come on, Duke. That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous. You might as well.
Yeah, come on.
You might as well drafted a quarterback from Liberty University or Bethune-Cookman.
Community college.
Yeah.
With the AC on?
No.
Because, come on, man. You took Mark Sanchez.
Oh, man, he was so bad.
Mr. Butt Fumble.
He was so bad.
It was the
and
worst.
You had to watch that. As a Jet fan, I knew that had to be painful to watch.
That was awful. That was awful to watch. And it's like, y'all could have gotten so many other quarterbacks that would have done way better. Then when you get someone who could be decent, you don't supply him with any type of offensive help, right?
Right.
Wasn't
Mike Vick there? Michael Vick came there later
in his career. Like, Mike was on the way out when he got to us, right? Yeah. And then even in that, you don't get him quality receivers. Then
he didn't have a good supporting cast. He came in and was the new Geno,
right? And Geno Smith, there was probably something there, but he just wore out his welcome. Like, anytime a guy that's not even a starter, like he's a special teams linebacker, punch you in the face, like, and now you're out with the broken jaw.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is not gonna. The Jets need to take a page out of this new Nick regime. Hire somebody that know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
Do what?
And build this thing from the ground up. Stop running after these washed quarterbacks after you run through a bunch of young guys that you don't develop.
For real, think about it. Like, you spend, let's say, $100 million on a boat, and you hire a plumber to be the captain. And it's like, is he gonna get you to where you need to go? Like, he knows nothing about driving boats, but you got him doing the job.
Right.
He know about cleaning up shit.
Right. He's a janitor, but you got him driving the boat.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I just take a look at my tickets. Yo, boy, tell me where the quarterbacks of the Dolphins and Titans game, they got 35 passing yards and 25 passing yards at halftime. What the fuck?
Oh no!
Wow. Damn, it's like watching paint dry.
Yeah.
That is so bad.
Man.
Didn't you say you took the under? I think.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's about to click.
Yeah. They got it's 9-3 at halftime. Titans.
Oh my God. I was saying that I thought it'd be a lot of scoring because they so bad.
Nah, that's not necessarily
It
true.
went
That's not
totally the
happening.
other way.
Totally the other way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Chuck, man. Chop it up, man. Let's chop it up some more, fellas. We gotta have some more of these talks, man. This was good, man.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
Word. Just let me know. When y'all free, y'all time, and let's make it happen, man.
All right,
Absolutely.
gentlemen.
All right, Chuck, man. Be good, man.
All right,
Peace.
peace.
Good luck, Mike. Peace.
Peace.
Mike, peace.